I think we're live now. Just waiting for YouTube to catch up. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Sorry, we're a bit late. We were having a bit of a techie issue. I'm here with Kimmy. And hello, Sonia. How are you?
Hi, dear sweet Sonia.
We were just chatting, and Kimmy said, let's go live because it's storming there, and I'm having a blizzard. Hooray. So we thought, well, we'd come on and do some crafting. And I have these squares here that I knitted a little while ago. And I made them into kind of fabric doily book size squares. And I used this really cool wool with this fiber in it. So I thought that I would put together the little book that I've been wanting to do for a while with my knitted squares because I love square doilies. So I knitted myself these. Not bad for a beginner.
Right.
So, and I'm using up some images that I've had printed for ages, and they're kind of a sepia tone. So I'm going to be using those for my images, and they're going to just kind of fit on the front. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to do a page or two today, and then on the Tuesday live, I'm going to continue on and finish the book up on Tuesday because
hey,
this is
Deanna girl. How are you feeling?
Hi, Ian. Hi, Deanna.
Hi, Ian. Long time no see.
I'm glad you're here, Ian. So I thought that
Yeah,
I would work on these
I hope you're
today.
feeling well, Deanna.
Yes, I hope you're better too, hon. I thought I'd work on this today and carry it over to my Tuesday live at 11. So that's what I'm going to be working on. So let me click over to Kimmy because I know you can't see her unless I click on her. There's only two of us today. So let me click on Kimmy and she can let you know what she's working on.
I am going to work on this wooden plaque. I am going to do mixed media. So I took some crackle and covered it really, really well. And then I got out my Dollar Tree, my favorite mica powder eyeshadows, and brushed those around with a mop brush everywhere. And then I dried it just a little bit with the heat gun, and I let it air dry the rest. And then you see they've got little fleur-de-lis on here. And this is a combo of like pink, purple, gold, silver, all of those different micas. So I'm going to do a bunch of different things on that. And then this is kind of something different I've been working on a couple nights. My husband works at a home improvement store, so I got him to get some tree slices from the tent where they sell the live trees at Christmas. So he brought me some home. Here's a skinny, skinny, skinny one. And I've been altering them. I've put a coat of gloss, to seal it all the way around, front, back, and all the way around. And I've been decorating and playing with these. This one I really like. Here's one side of it. And then this is still a work in progress. And here's the other side.
Cute.
So these are like super fun. They are going to be ornaments.
Wood slices are so in right now.
Yeah. And I love all that like country chic and French country stuff. So it's kind of cool.
I've got some bigger ones.
I'm so sorry, Deanna.
And Ian's had a cold. Everybody's been sick.
Feel better.
Yeah, everybody's been sick. That's not good.
It does suck.
So I know I've been doing a lot of mixed media. And I did an art journal page, which I'll show you guys. It's still drying, but this is my, did I click on me? No, I didn't. This is my art journal page I've been working on.
Take your time, Sonia. Isn't that page amazing?
So it says the world is but a canvas for our imagination. And then over here, I did a dragonfly. These are actually napkins in the background. And then I did some mixed media on top of it. It says, if you're lucky enough to be different, never change, which is so true. So that's one of the pages that I've been working on recently that I haven't shared. But anyway, I've been wanting to do this little square knitted doily book for quite a while. So I figured this would be a good project to just get into the Christmas holidays.
I love those squares.
Because, yeah, we're coming up on Christmas very soon, guys. So anyway, I'm going to try and get 1 or 2 pages done this afternoon. And like I said, I'll finish the rest of them on Tuesday. So I'm just going to do one at a time. And then at the end, I will show you how I bind all of the pages together. So I'm just going to do a page, flip it over, and then do the other side, and then set it aside. And then at the end, we'll put them all together. So that's that. That's that. So what are you guys all up to? I know you haven't been well, but is anybody doing any creating at all? I know Ian has been.
Ian, the last live show that we had on Tuesday, my daughter was with us and she did a sketch. It was great. I would love to have her on when you're on.
Yes, we'll have to have you on again very soon, Ian. I want to get my friend Randy on soon, too. I'm going to have to contact him.
Randy Money?
Yeah.
He was on once before, I thought.
No, he hasn't been on yet. I've got to talk him through the hangout dealy thing.
Oh, okay.
So, but he hasn't been well either. He's got bad back problems.
The weather doesn't help anyone that's not feeling well, man. It's you know, we're going to get supposedly tornadoes here, torrential downpour, heavy winds. Kim's got a blizzard. I mean, it's just...
Well, it's December in Canada. What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, it makes everybody's aches and pains worse. Hey, Tammy.
Well, it is cold season too.
Thanks for stopping by, Tammy. What are you working on today? Anything?
Hi, Tammy. Glad you're here.
It just stinks because it's the worst time of year to feel like crap.
Yes, I heard about Article 13, Ian. Oh my goodness, that is not cool.
Okay, explain.
Okay, Article 13 is like a bill or something they're trying to get passed in the EU. Ian, jump in here if I'm wrong. I had seen a YouTube video on this the other day, and they're trying to kind of if Britain leaves the EU, like, will that affect you though, Ian? But anyway, they're trying to block the EU from socializing on the internet with the rest of the Western world, like North America, basically. Like if you're not in Europe, right, then every other country in the world, that would be an issue. So
it's been passed, he said.
Oh, it's been passed? Oh my gosh, Ian.
That's terrible. Tammy, I am so sorry you're sick now too. Gosh.
Then we need to get you on soon, Ian.
Yeah.
You're welcome to come next week, buddy. Oh my goodness, Tammy's sick too. That's just not right. I'm so sorry to hear that. So our projects are Paris inspired. That's why the title of my video, A Shabby Chic Trip to Paris. That's why I said that. Just for something fun and different. I may have to turn my lamp on soon. It's getting dark here. Yeah, okay, Ian. No problem. I'll message you on Facebook.
Bye, Ian.
We'll sort it out.
Better.
No, he's not leaving. What? He's going to come on Tuesday.
Oh, great. Caroline can't Tuesday. She starts her new job on Monday, but I'm glad Ian's coming.
Well, sleep is good for you, Tammy, if you're not well. You know, it's really good for you if you're not well. I'll put my image down. So this is a great way to use up all the little bits you have in your stash, little lace bits.
Kim.
What?
Deanna says she needs to learn how to size things right to order. She ordered a doily to do a doily book, but of course they're small, so maybe you could speak on that.
Oh, okay. Well, you're in the US, so did you order in inches or in centimeters for doily? because if the doilies in centimeters for you, then you need to look up the conversion rate so you know the size before you order. These ones here, where's my ruler? Let me measure mine and I'll tell you exactly what these are.
Yes, Tammy, both of us have made snippet rolls before.
Yep. Let me see here.
Ian says, good job. There are programs that can make you look like you are as in another zone. People will start using that kind of software, LOL.
These
Ah,
are 4¼ by 4¼ inches, Deanna, which is a good size. Anywhere between 4, I mean, you could do 3 inches, but that would make them that big, by about that big. That's too small for me. I like 4 inches. Like I said, these are 4¼ by 4¼ how I knitted these. So I just find that a good size. So, yeah.
Read what Ian wrote. He's very clever.
He is clever. Hang on, I gotta put my ruler away.
I hope the family's not sick too, Ian. It's just you.
Yeah, they do have that. Well, they've got things now that you can ping your IP address off of too.
Yeah.
My husband told me about those, and I was like, really?
The trolls like to use those too, though.
They do. I've seen people use snippet rolls as junk journal pockets. Yes, yes, they have, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to give you guys a really good sort of mixture of things on my channel. So I will be doing more junk journal-y things in the new year.
I think you do a great job of that already, my friend.
Well, I like to do that, you know. I figure you'll get bored if you do the same things over and over again. At least I do.
Or you could be like me and have 15 projects going at the same time, always.
Well, yeah, there you go. I'm glad you're better, Ian. I'm glad you're all feeling a little better at least. Gosh, every one of my friends has been ill.
I know.
That's crazy.
Tammy says she loves watching the variety.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We're just kind of playing today. And we thought to distract ourselves from the stinky weather, let's go live and see what everybody else is up to.
I know it doesn't look too dark on YouTube, but it's dark in my room here, so I may have to turn my light on. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see.
That's great.
It'll calm down. I can't have my light in front of my camera.
Hi, Jamie. What up, girl?
Hey, Jamie. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Let me adjust that. How's that? Is that okay?
That looks better to me.
Yeah? Is that okay?
Yeah.
How you doing, Jamie? Are you home? Not working? Or are you going in later? She's 3 hours behind us. I keep forgetting.
And the cutest thing she is.
She is. She's cute inside and out.
And now we're talking about you, Jamie. Light is better. Tammy says that's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it's dark here. It gets dark here at like 4:45 every day now.
It's not dark here till 6.
Oh, you're home today, Jamie? Well, you're welcome to come on if you want.
Yeah, girl.
You too, Ian, if you want to come.
It's a crafty party.
Well, as much as you can party with us.
Right? We're so lame.
Little lame there, Kimmy. Yeah.
I'm just glad we're finally done decorating.
Okay, Ian, let me send you the link.
Yay, Ian's coming. Ooh, I'm going to see if I can get Caroline in here. Oh, Tammy, don't feel like that. There's no reason to feel like that. It's only what, pressure is not good for creativity.
No, but you're welcome to join when you feel up to it, Tammy.
Absolutely. You're a sweetheart, Tammy. Don't be hard on yourself.
Yep. Look, we all had to start somewhere. And trust me, I make things that are not good. That
Ditto.
happen.
That's why we're besties, because she'll tell me and I'll tell her. Like, I'm
Well,
not
I
seeing
think,
it.
it's good to be honest with people.
Yeah, all the way
Oh my
around.
goodness. This could just.
Heat gun, tell me if it's too loud. Sorry.
Nope, it's gone quiet again. Okay, Ian, I messaged you. Make fun, Jamie. I'm a little slow here. My computer, I mean, well, I'm a little slow too.
Deanna started her tree last Tuesday, got sick, never finished it. Dog knocked it over this morning. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Deanna, if we were closer, I'd come help you. I love doing the tree. That's my favorite part of Christmas. My kids tried to rush me this year and I was not having it. And we have a big tree, so.
Okay. Hi, Debbie. Debbie said, hi, I had my eyes dilated this morning and my vision is still blurry, so I won't be doing much chatting. Oh, Debbie, I hate it when that happens,
I
when you
do
go for an eye
too.
test.
It's like instant migraine. It's instant migraine for me.
Yeah, that is not
Poor
fun.
thing. You feel better, Debbie. I'm doing a mixed media sign, and Kim's doing a doily book with some crocheted squares that she knitted, and they're gorgeous.
These are my squares.
Deanna, you broke your ankle? What, Deanna? Oh my gosh.
You broke your ankle?
Oh, that's so sweet, Jamie. You're in the craft room with your daughter. So cute.
Oh, Tammy. She said you would have died laughing seeing me use a crocodile for the first time. It was hysterical. I was trying to punch holes with the eyelet part. Oh, no.
Tammy, I swear to you, true story. I have a crocodile. I still have never used it because I can't figure it out.
Yeah, we're going to have a lesson on that real soon.
Like Kim probably doesn't even know that. I have
I did.
all these, what do you call them, eyelets and all that, and I
Yes,
don't know how to do
and
it.
they're very handy for crafting, for paper projects and making your own tags and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, Deanna broke her angel icicle.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better than your ankle, hon.
Yeah, really. Maybe you can fix it like super glue. Her friend was laughing at her too. Tammy's friend had to show her how to use it.
That's hilarious, Tammy. I love
That
that
makes me
story.
feel a little better. I'm not gonna lie.
We've all had crafty mishaps for sure. Good thing about these little squares is they don't take long to do because they're small. Now, like I said, this is a really good project for using your snippets, which I
Yeah.
love to use. I love snippets. I've
Who
got some
doesn't?
really nice tatting here. Whoops. Sorry, I'm digging in my snippet bag.
You can turn back to me if you want. I'm plugging away.
Hang on, I'm digging in my snippet bag. Getting out my seam binding. Got bits and bits. Bits and bits.
Bits and bobs.
Jamie, I did send you the link, sweetie, if you want to join or not. It's up to you.
She's working on stuff with her daughter.
Okay, no worries. I didn't see that.
Family gifts.
Sorry.
Cute.
That's all right.
I think that's adorable that they're doing that.
Crystal is adorable.
Have to meet her next time, Jamie.
She's going to be very crafty, just like her mama.
I think it's the opposite of my house. I'm artistic / crafty because of my daughters.
Yeah.
They both inspire me. One is a sketcher and one is a painter.
That's amazing.
And they're both selling artists, which is cool too.
My daughters are the same way. Jordan is a published author.
That's awesome.
And she paints and she draws. She does digital art. She's amazing. And she, like I mentioned and bragged before, she's an amazing seamstress and costumer. Her costumes she makes are just incredible. And she can knit
other
like
daughter,
nobody.
Kelly, is her mini-me. Right?
Yes, Kelly is a mini-me. And Kelly is a crafter like you would not believe, and also a seamstress. I taught both my girls how to sew, so I'm taking credit for that. But they both have sewing rooms, and
nice.
Kelly hosts crafting parties at her house.
I love that.
Yeah, she's amazing. So both my daughters are very artsy and crafty. And my son Aaron,
welcome back, son,
is like Caroline. He sketches, and he's always had such an incredible sketching talent.
I'm so envious of that because I can't.
And my son Alex is a guitar player. Like Aaron plays the drums. They're musicians. Like there's a lot of art and music in my family. So yes.
So Alex takes after Dougal.
The boys have Doug's musical talents for sure, because Aaron plays the drums and Alex plays the guitar. So they got that from Doug. And Doug is the one who has most heavily influenced them with their musical choices as well.
Well, here, Kaylee Rose has a beautiful voice and was in chorus, and she did drama and everything. And I play musical instrument. And Caroline is art and writing. She's an amazing writer.
Kelly can play the guitar too. Jordan and I, neither one of us can sing, and neither one of us can play an instrument.
Hey, you know how to sing the Outlander song.
I did sing that to you the other day, Kimmy. But we will never play that in public. That's never going to happen. So usually when I'm doing a doily book like this, I start my front and I leave it for a little bit, because the front of my book usually dictates what happens on the inside. So I just kind of usually do the basics and then flip it over and continue on, because even though I kind of have images in that picked out, I don't really know how it's going to turn out. So then I go back at the end and then finish some embellishments and things on my front. That's usually how I do it, but you know, everybody does theirs differently. And if you're wondering about this gorgeous box here, this box was gifted to me by my dear friend Karen Billinger for my birthday. And inside, Karen made the box and everything. Inside is all of these beautiful hand-beaded pieces that she made for me. And I did do a video on this, but look at this trim that she crocheted and hand-beaded. Isn't that amazing? Like, I can't cut that. There's no way. I was thinking I was going to use some on here, but I just don't think I can cut it. I think what I want to do is make a pillow for my living room and use this on it with the whole piece. Because
Ian's
I just
here.
don't.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Ian. We hear you, buddy.
Oh, right, that's probably the reason why it's not working. There we go.
There he
Glad
is.
you're here.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh.
The trim, yeah, it's incredible.
No, what Ian's working on.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even see. Let me click on Ian.
It's amazing too, Kim, but holy cow, look at that.
Oh wow, Ian. I loved the castle you did last week too.
I can't remember. Oh yeah. It seems such a long time ago that. I'm going to do something on. Well, I'll try anyway because I've not got everything absolutely set up as I'd like it. So let's see what we can do.
Oh yeah, I'm going to do that.
And filming live at this angle is really weird because I'm having to do it like from this angle.
Right, Sonia? He is like the best.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find.
Everybody's saying that's gorgeous. It's beautiful, Ian. Hi, Ian.
I unfortunately haven't got chat up at the moment, so I can't.
It's okay.
I can't.
We'll tell you.
Yeah, we gotcha.
I'll be with you in a few minutes once I've got.
I asked
so Ian, you're coming on our Shabby Chic trip to Paris, are you?
Ooh, Paris, eh? Mrs. Jackson just come back from Paris recently. Although
did she?
She avoided. She only went for a day or so, but she avoided that furore that's going off in Paris.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Oh, that's
good. My daughter's going there for honeymoon in May, and I'm kind of worried.
I think it might be over and done with by then. They do tend to have a little like flurry of activity in France every so often like that.
Yeah.
It's the revolutionary culture of France.
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
Tammy says Ian Picasso. Deanna says it's amazing.
I'm humbled and honoured to be in the presence of that very name.
Oh,
it's true, Picasso.
It was one of the innovators of art, weren't he? I'm not particularly bowled over by abstract art, but his art does stand out. It does stand out as being original and fresh and new in its time.
Yeah.
Just going to try
who I love is Gustav Klimt.
Yes, there's another example.
Yeah.
I've just got to reach over to get because I've set things up in such a stupid way that I can't get to stuff I need.
Right.
And
I love Salvador Dali. He's another one of my
Salvador Dali again, yeah.
I've got a book of his artwork.
If I'm going to follow an artist and put them as being one of the masters and one of the greats, they've got to be innovators. They've got to be people who took what they had and really took art to a new step. Absolutely. So what I'm going to do when I do my drawing, I'm going to use these because I recently found that these. Oh, here we go.
And what are they, Ian?
These are Stedler. If I get it right way around, you probably know.
Tim, are you clicked on Ian?
Yep.
Right. So these are Stedler Mars Lumograph Black. The carbon pencils. They're not charcoal and they're not graphite. They're a mixture of both.
Right.
And what it is you will be able to see what I'm drawing. If I use a graphite pencil, you might not be able to see what I'm drawing. So
That's cool because I've been looking for some new pencils like that for myself.
So if you get, there's other companies who do them, but this is the one I've got. But they're called hybrid carbon pencils.
Ah. Now, have you ever used a pencil called the Stabilo Marxol?
I know of Stabilo.
Yeah, it's called a Marxol, and it's actually water soluble. For somebody like me who's an art journaler, having it water soluble is kind of cool because you can, make it into shadows and stuff like that.
Well, I did a test video a few days ago on various pencils for various different uses. This one came out okay for that, getting everything laid out.
Right.
But what I used that were a charcoal pencil, that dissolves, and a normal standard watercolor pencil is good for use as well.
Yeah, I've got a watercolor pencil. I've got watercolor pencils. That's true. That's very true.
And they dissolve into the artwork quite nicely.
Hi, Angie. Thanks for coming, Angie.
Hi, Angie.
I'm going to find myself a picture to have a look at.
Sorry, I think it might stop working with
it might be a pen and wash painting. I think this.
Ladies, if you haven't subbed to each other in the chat, we really like that. And Ian is an amazing artist. So if you're interested in sketching and painting, I highly recommend that you sub his channel as well.
Thank you.
He never minds asking questions because I ask a lot of silly questions about sketching and painting. So
in art, there's no such thing as a silly question. If you're at a certain level and you're stuck on a particular thing, it's the most relevant question you could ask.
Yeah. And like I said last week, somebody said to me once, and it's true, the only silly question is the one left unasked.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Sonia said, you're like our Rembrandt, Ian. He was a master with light coming from an angle.
Yes, he was. Yeah. Although he was totally focused in on his oil painting, weren't he? I don't know whether he did egg tempera as well. I'm not sure. Might be
Angie, what are you making with hot glue?
Am I there? Here we go.
Hi, Jane Marge.
Girl, you're here.
Oh,
how are you, Jane Marge? Long time, Jane Marge. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you, my friend. I'm here with Kimmy and Ian. I'm clicked on Ian right at the moment, Jane Marge.
Do you want to click on me for a minute, or?
Yeah, I click over and there's something right in front of your camera, Kim.
Okay, so it's a mixed media sign that I had started previously. You can see it's wooden. And what I was doing while they were playing was I took some book paper, which I love, and I put this really, really pretty piece of bling from my stash in the middle. And then I'll try to show real close. There's little tiny pearls. All of that was done with no glue. It was just when the crackle or the soft gel, whichever you have, was wet. And then I used like my copper Dollar Tree mica eyeshadow.
Yep.
So I'm going to glue. I should use mixed media glue, but when we're live, I use hot glue. So I'm going to glue this in the center.
Right.
And then kind of keep on going. And I brushed a little bit of the mica on the bling to give it more of the coppery, because all these colors are on here, but I don't know, I'm into the copper right now, so I wanted that to pop a little bit.
Cool.
So that is where I'm at. So back to you. Thank you. I have to put that in front of my camera to hold it still right now.
But then nobody can see what you're doing, Kim.
I know, but when you click on me, I hold the camera.
Oh, okay. But everybody can still see you. Everybody can see you. Just so you know, everybody can see you now because there's 3 of us in the chat.
Okay.
Ah. It's always good when you can get free in because of the automatic
right.
thing that kicks.
Yeah, I don't know why YouTube does that, that you have to have three
Yeah.
people. Like, it's crazy that if you have two, you can't see the second person.
Unless
you
somebody's
click on
actually
them.
controlling it. You know, I did an entire video like this on an Hangout, and when I was supposed to be switching over because I was actual host, I forgot to switch over, didn't I? Because I was talking and chatting with person, and it all just ended up being on one thing all the time, which
Yeah,
really,
it's a pain when there's only two people there and you got to keep
yeah.
switching. But if there's three, then everybody can see it, but they only see it in the small thumbnails. But you still have to click on somebody to make it the big, to make it the big sort of image.
That sounds cool, Angie. She's working on an address book, something that we want to do. We want to have an address book for just our crafty friends, right, Kim?
Yeah.
Quite a few groups have address books like that, and as well, what they have as well is like an Etsy shop address book.
Oh, smart.
Or if you don't have an Etsy shop, your own little website that you sell on or something like that.
Right.
So that you know that they're legitimate sites.
Yeah.
And that's just kept within on a file.
Right.
So people can go to it and check it that it's definitely legitimate and what have you.
Very smart.
Yeah.
We like to work smart, not hard. So that's good for that.
Yeah.
So we've quite
Jane Mark knew I was doing Shabby Chic today.
I'm impressed that so many of us are creating today this close to Christmas, because Jamie's making something and Angie's making something. We're the three of us are making something.
Well, I mean, what's the alternative? Watching Wizard of Oz?
Or no, like getting your Christmas shopping done, getting your Christmas baking done.
We're leaving that till 16th, and I know what you're saying. Oh, that's late.
Yeah, I'm not doing mine till the 21st, so there.
Some of our Christmas markets that we have aren't until then. You know what I mean? And that's when we like to go. You get your your bulky stuff off the internet these days.
Yeah.
But when you wanted to go and do a little bit of Christmas shopping for all niceties, then it's down to Christmas market, isn't it? And ours are not on yet.
Oh, Sonia's working on ornaments and cards for teachers and a surprise swap. Tammy, by the way, you guys, Tammy owns a bookstore. So if you are in the mood for, or if you're in the market for books, vintage books even, it's your girl. And Angie said that's what she's doing. She's cutting out the addresses and adding their cards inside it. Very cool.
Nice. I love books. My friend Shannon, who you guys know is Morrissey's art and design studio, she sent me 2 gorgeous books for my birthday about Edgar Allan Poe, because she knows I love Poe.
No, really? You love Edgar Allan Poe, Kim?
Yeah. He's a family favorite. What can I say? My daughter Kelly is very into Poe's writings. She loves him.
Kim loves The Raven, but that's not Poe. But yes. I like poetry too.
I'm also a big Shakespeare buff.
Oh, Tammy said her bookstore is a used bookstore. That's the best kind.
That is the best kind.
I did all that reading in college, and my kids, who both love to read, were not into it.
I've got to say, I'm English, and I'm not really keen on Shakespeare.
Oh my goodness, Ian! Isn't that
well? It's a bit
shocking.
I'm a bit dyslexic, and it's hard enough reading English as it is. So. Because we don't speak in that kind of language anymore, other than in Yorkshire, sometimes we do. Sometimes we do in Yorkshire. Thou art having a nice day, aren't thou? Thou knowers.
Tammy, who do you mean by Brooke? Of course, I know Shannon, but who do you mean by Brooke? Because she said Brooke and Shannon have great book sales live on YouTube?
I don't know.
Yeah.
When I were at college, I actually had to do I were randomly picked to do. We had to do cultural. It were a graphic design course, and we had to do cultural icons, and I were randomly picked to do Shakespeare. So I had to do. I had to do a piece of artwork based on one of his sonnets.
Oh,
Wow.
which one did you do?
Though to the marriage of two minds.
Ah.
And I made a three-dimensional stage. A piece. I got a piece of wood and carved it out and made it into a stage and little actors on it. And then I
That's
engraved
awesome.
it.
That's amazing.
I know. I love that idea. I once did for a speech class in college. I did a speech about U2, Pride in the Name of Love.
Mm-hmm.
I played the song and everything, and that was like my favorite thing. I hated that class, and that was the only way that I could make it through.
Well, you got to make it individual to you, haven't you? At the end of the day,
Right.
if it don't speak to you, then it's never gonna express itself in your heart, is it? So
Yeah.
it's like it's already dead,
Right.
in your mind. So I don't know
I
how I'm
hate
putting.
public speaking, so I had to put my own personal twist on it.
Yeah, that was one thing I didn't like when I was in college either, was standing up in front of people and speaking, because I'm just not good at it. You know, the YouTube is so different. It's kind of brought me out of my shell, even doing live. But standing up in front of people and giving like a speech, oh my goodness, I just shake. Even at my kids' weddings, when I gave the speech at my kids' weddings, I was shaking like crazy.
That's a thing I want to ask you, ladies. How come in weddings? I know it's partly tradition, but how come in weddings, which is mainly a ladies' day, really, it's all based around the bride, most I would say.
Yeah.
How come when it comes to speeches, brides don't get up and say thank you very much?
I did it. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of wedding.
I mean,
I'm a wedding photographer, and vast majority of weddings, bride just sits there going, "What am I supposed to do now?" So, well, blokes ramble on about this, that, and other.
well, I think that, because it's her day, that people are supposed to be talking about her, and she's supposed to be listening to the positive things and stories about her life and things like that.
And what a lucky bloke her husband is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
For the two speeches that I gave, as the mom, that was, I was talking about them and growing up, and like one was my daughter's wedding and the other one was my son's wedding. So I talked more about my son, and the things that he did when he was little, and, his first skateboard and things like that.
Is it an embarrassment factor then? So you don't want to embarrass the bride of the day, like so.
Well, I think that sometimes it's good to tell a funny story, even if it is a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah.
I think a groom at a wedding expects something like that to happen. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a good icebreaker to make everybody chuckle.
It is, it is a good icebreaker for sure.
I'm definitely going to do that when my daughter gets married, for sure.
Like I definitely, cracked a couple of jokes for my kids. My daughter's wedding, she got married first, and it was a little hard because my father-in-law had just passed away.
Oh.
So it was more of a teary thing because my daughter was really, really close to her grandfather. So that was hard for her. So that was hard. But at my son's wedding, it was a bit more lighthearted and people were laughing, and it was a bit more that type of environment, I guess. I don't know. It's just different energy at different.
That's why I'm going to make a chuckle at my daughter's, because it's a very fancy wedding and very, formal. So that's why I think it's even more needed. So everybody can listen up a minute and breathe.
Your problem is with very formalized, very organized weddings is it can end up coming through in the bride and groom's attitude on the day.
Yes.
And it can be so restricting rather than a celebration. It can become stuffy and dry. I've seen that at loads of weddings.
Couldn't agree more.
You can tell. So the need to have moments of lightheartedness in amongst it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, absolutely need that.
Because all they'll remember about it is everybody being quite stern and uptight, and that really spoils the day, doesn't it? I'm just going to get myself some water, because as you can see...
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, look how gungy that is. Actually, it's really funny that I've got something in common with Alvaro Castanet, who's a really famous artist. His water is the same color as mine. Look.
Actually, mine looks pretty good right now. I changed mine, but mine was black this morning, Ian.
Yeah. I will insist on
you.
Tammy, her first name is Shannon, Shannon. Her group is Morrissey's Arts and Crafts on Facebook. Oh, that's funny, Deanna. Yeah, I don't remember Shannon doing a live video about books either. Do you, Kim?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Must be a different Shannon.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Patty Lang does book sales. Deanna said, and Tammy says, Recreations by Brooke. That's her channel name. Tammy, what's a chat box book?
My make-believe
wedding. I haven't heard of that one. Kim has a make-believe wedding planned in her mind to Sam Hewen as we speak.
Don't give my secrets away.
I can be I'll be your best woman. How's that? Your maid of honor.
It's true. I do have that in my head. That's very true. Yeah, I do like that.
Maybe you're thinking of Little Books. Ruby from Little Books.
I don't think she's done a video about books like she makes journals, but
she said that Tammy said she's in her group and we met in one of these live streams.
I don't know. Not sure, my friend.
I have a make-believe wedding planned out in my mind to Rick Springfield. That's my secret.
Oh my God.
That's what I should go with. That much experience. Sorry.
Sonia, that's what I was thinking, that it was Ruby from Little Books. Chatterbox.
What'd you say, Ian?
Sorry, I said that's what I should go into. I've had that much experience of going to weddings as a wedding photographer. I ought to be a wedding planner. I even know how to make put people's cravats on for them, because they didn't even know how to put a cravat on.
That's awesome, Ian.
Now that is,
I could tell you some right stories, but I won't because the client.
Oh yeah, Shannon doesn't sell books. It's not her.
Today I'm feeling in a very very big brush stroke, big colours mood. So
nice.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I love big colors.
Right?
Big brush,
we're cheeky monkeys today, right, Kim?
Well, that's what we'll call it. Okay, sure.
Yep, we're cheeky monkeys.
Cheeky monkey.
Cheeky monkey.
I love
Cheeky
that.
monkey.
That is a very British saying.
I love that.
Oh, you cheeky monkey.
Oh my gosh, Ian, you just made my day.
I've heard that said for a long, long time.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it finally stopped snowing here. Hooray.
Oh, we're getting some snow tomorrow, apparently. First
How you
snow at
doing,
winter.
Shannon? Yeah, and that's unusual for the UK. You don't get much there.
Yeah, we don't get much until generally January, and then once we get past January into February, we get a ton load. So. Woohoo!
Yes, there is enough to do with one channel without having another one, Shannon. That's true.
Yeah, Tammy, let me know if you figure out who it is we're talking about.
It's only a bit of an impromptu painting. This.
You impromptu paint all you like, my friend.
That's right. Good, Shannon.
That's too pink. I don't like that. No, don't like that either.
The process for this is getting lots of broadly different colours in that are at different strengths, and it kind of all blends together really nicely. And I'm really enjoying doing this at the moment. This kind of
That's great.
Cool.
Watercolor kind of painting.
I love it.
Instead of trying to paint things exactly as they look, just take the picture away color wise, and just put the colors in you want, and be very flowy and abstract.
Yep.
And you'll end up with a really nice painting.
I love those colors.
That's what I love about mixed media.
Yeah.
Is doing things like that in art.
On top of that, you could also if you wanted to make the picture more bold in the more foreground areas, you could actually put some heavy-bodied acrylic over it to really emphasize the background, very light watercolory, and your foreground stuff much more heavy and stronger, and that will give you a really nice sense of depth.
That's exactly what Sonia just said. She said, you create a lot of depth, Ian. I love to see how it comes alive.
Thank you.
You guys are like having a brain meld right now, Sonia, you and Ian. You type it and it comes out of his mouth. That's kind of cool.
Well, the thing is, at the end of the day, it's like anything that you do. There is a process that works. And if you can nail that process, you can do it. And you can keep doing. I'm going to write carefully.
Great bit of advice.
I might have to start using a slightly smaller brush now, because I think I've reached saturation point. I'm just trying to look to see what the colours are looking like.
Gotta see what I got for doilies here.
You don't have nearly enough doilies, I'm sure.
Actually, my recent thrift store trip resupplied me with quite a few.
Oh, does not surprise me.
I do love some doilies. What can I say? I love all things art and crafts. A little bit of everything.
There's another thing that I've not got. I'm going to get the the most important tool in a watercolor artist's tool.
Is that water?
That's that is the second most important. But there is another one, and I'll show you in a minute.
Okay.
See, we're cheeky monkeys today.
Okay. Jessica and Brooke sell awesome books. I don't know who they are.
I don't know who Jessica is, or Brooke, actually. We'll check into that, though.
Yep. Oh, here's my applique.
Kim, I bet you Ian's going to come back with papier de toilette.
Maybe.
Well, ironically enough, you're quite right.
Ah, yes.
I was going to call it bog roll, but obviously I'm speaking to refined ladies, so yes, you're right. It's toilet roll.
I've never heard of that. What did you say? Bog roll?
Bog roll.
Bog roll, yeah, the bog. Yep.
Yeah, the bog.
Oh, okay, never heard of
It
that.
used to be called the bog.
Kim is the one that coined the term papier de toilette. So that's her.
Towel de papier, which is French for paper towel. I didn't coin it. It's just French for paper towel. Towel de papier.
That's funny.
Nah, my one issue with that is I wouldn't use paper towel. I find when you use a paper towel, you know the paper towel that you use for cleaning your kitchen up and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to work as well as standard, normal, everyday toilet roll.
Huh.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but it don't.
See, that's
a great tip.
I find that the loo roll sticks to my brushes when they're wet.
Sticks to your brushes?
Like it melts, really, you know?
Oh, what do you mean?
Because the brushes are wet.
What I use? Do you mean when you're tapping off water?
Yeah.
Well, what you use is one of these microfiber cloths. You know, see this? It's wet. This brush, it's wet through. If I want to get rid of some of the moisture out of it, tap. And can you see it?
Oh, okay.
And that's ready to go then.
They sell the Dollar Tree, Kim, like chamois and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we can get that here.
Well, I'm not sure whether a chamois would work, because it might do. I don't know, but these are just normal cloths that you use in your kitchen.
Yeah. That's what I have right here. These are the ones that I use in my kitchen, like this.
Tap it off, and then you've got a bit more control over water that's going in.
Right.
Tammy wants to know from any of us, do any of us recommend gesso with acrylic paints?
I'm not sure what you mean by that, Tammy. Gesso is like an undercoat for acrylic paint. Yeah. So you would put that down first and then let that dry and then put your acrylic paint on top of it. Like if you were painting a wood box, you would put gesso over it first. Yeah. Otherwise, your paint would get sucked right into the wood of the box.
And it comes in white, black, clear. Gesso covers all mistakes. You can wipe it away, add to it. It's amazing.
I use gesso for everything.
It's a surface primer. Some people do actually use gesso as a paint.
Yeah, I've used it for
intaglio
things.
paint, not intaglio.
Yeah.
Grisaille painting, which is an underpainting before you do a coloured painting.
Yeah.
And they use that.
Right.
But more often than not, it's just a priming agent for surfaces.
Yep.
Gesso.
You can mix stuff in it, Tammy, like the mica eyeshadows. You could mix in there like chalk to make it a chalk paint.
Yep.
And yes, you can use it on paper. Kim uses it in her art journal all the time.
I know. The Armin, they've got a recipe section on what to use to actually make it, because it's quite simple to make.
Ah.
I forget exactly what it's made with. The thing is, sometimes you got to be careful, because if you go out and you buy gesso that's formulated specifically for acrylic, that might not be the right type of stuff to use on for other painting.
Okay.
So if you then go on to say, oh, I want to do an oil painting, it may not necessarily bind to it properly. So you have to be careful, because there's different types of gessos.
Yep.
I mean, there's types of gessos nowadays for watercolor.
Yep.
Tammy, if you're just playing around with acrylics, get some cheap gesso.
Yeah. Most art shops will do a gesso, a cheap gesso, and
I have this one, and it just says economy gesso, and I think this was from Hobby Lobby, and they have some that say student grade.
Right.
So those are good too. If you want a really good gesso, then I would go with Deco Art.
Right.
Well, yes. I'm going to say yes, but
I love Deco Art.
I love Deco Art too, but I like the Prima heavy body gesso.
Oh, I haven't tried
And
that, so.
I got a really good gesso at my dollar store, which is also a heavy body gesso. The Deco Art one is fairly heavy, but it's not as heavy as the other two. So it depends on what you're looking for.
I haven't tried that. It sounds good.
If you're talking about priming a fresh board or a canvas or anything or something, I'm going to throw a spanner in works here and say you can also use matte emulsion.
Right.
You know what you put on your walls?
Yeah.
Oh, primer, matte primer. Okay.
That you roll onto a wall. That kind of stuff, you can use that. It's basically the same thing as a gesso.
Yep.
Okay.
And another thing with gesso, if it's a brand new, fresh canvas, your first coat that you put on it, thin it down about 50% so it soaks in well.
Oh.
And then your next coat after that, you put it on neat from the pan, from the jar or whatever it comes in, and you'll find that you get a much better coating like that, because you can coat and coat and coat with gesso and it still don't look as though it's properly
right.
So your first coat needs to soak in fully into it, let it dry, and then your next coat on top of it's got something to sit on.
Yep.
And that will then make it completely solid.
Yep. Yep.
I'm telling you, Ian is the dude to ask.
Because it depends on the surface too, right? I mean, if it's wood, sometimes the wood is really dry and it will suck up the moisture from the gesso.
Yeah, that's it. That's the reason why you make it your first coat.
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing a wall that's just plaster, your first coat is always a very wet primer coat that soaks in, and that keys it in. Once you've got that on, you can start painting normally with the gesso, and it works a lot better like that than trying to put loads of thick paint on that you'll use up really quickly.
Yeah.
Sonia said, thanks for the tip, Ian. And Tammy said she just read that using acrylics without gesso that the paper can buckle. That's why she asked.
Yeah, it could buckle. Also, the gesso is going to protect your paper from curling up and stuff.
I do believe it depends on what paper you're talking about, because some papers actually come pre-gessoed, don't they?
If it's like watercolor paper or something like that, I think she might be talking about like scrapbooking paper.
If you're talking about, scrapbooking paper, it's going to buckle anyway.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to get some bull clips on the edges when you're painting. Have a couple of bull clips so it sits back down once it's dried.
Yeah. He means a binder clip.
Yeah. Do you not call them bull clips in US?
No.
Right.
They do here. They call them both here.
Uh-huh. I don't know why we call them bull clips here, to be honest with you. But
we're in the middle between US and UK here in Canada.
Yeah, it's good old Canada. You didn't split away from us, did you? Welcome to the Commonwealth.
No, we stayed, man. We stayed.
Oh, Shannon's not going to like that comment. Oh, Penny.
Only joking.
Queen's on her money, you know.
Woo!
Hey, all right. You've got dollars though.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'll be back in a minute. It's over to you and Ian for a moment, Kimmy. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, then. We'll see you in a bit. In Canada, do they use pounds and ounces, or do they use a metric system?
They use a metric system.
Metric. Be right back.
I know, Kim. I know. I answered for you.
I know. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we don't use metric. We were taught that in school, but I am terrible at math, so I couldn't tell you.
It's an easier system because it's on the base of 10.
Yeah.
Rather than 12.
I couldn't tell you. I'm going to pick up my canvas and show you guys for a second. It's really wet, or my wood sign. Here's where I'm at with it. I keep adding a bunch more of the crackle and adding different things. Right now I tore apart a napkin and I'm kind of decoupaging with the crackle, which is kind of different. So I'm doing that. And drying as I go. I put some of the Tim Holtz chipboard sentiments that I absolutely love. Kim is addicted to those as well. I have Trust Your Heart, Relic, and I'm going to put etc. on here. And I'm going to continue to put more color and different things as I go. But I'm liking it. This is going to hang up in the studio when I'm finished. There's going to be some stuff, some bits like dangling off the bottom of it. I'm not sure what. Some kind of metal though, for sure. And that's coming along really, really nicely. I love it. Those are such great colors. Is that an image or like a picture that you took that you're recreating it, or?
No, do you know Unsplashed?
No.
It's a free to use.
Like a gallery.
System. Like a gallery. Yeah, gallery.
Okay.
Yeah, look it up. It's really good. It's.
I'll have to share that with my daughter because she likes to do that.
The thing is, every year with Johnny is user free. You don't have to give people any credit or anything. It's there specifically for artists to use how they want.
Maybe
so that's why I can go live on it with it.
Yeah, maybe you should type in the chat what the site is called so we can find it.
I'll see if I can put a link in.
Yeah, that'd be great. I don't know if it'll let you put a link in. I don't know if Nightbot is on or not.
It's just that me.
But that is a great resource.
Yeah, it's definitely something I use a lot. So, right. Give myself some space so I can do what I'm doing. Where should I write that? Or I need to go into the get onto chat, don't I?
Right, Tammy, we're the same way. We don't measure when we're cooking and stuff either. It's a pinch of this and a dash of that. Same
You
thing.
know, when you get to a certain level, you instinctively know how much to use, don't you?
Yeah. Sonia, that's interesting. Yeah, Kim has trouble with that too, Sonia. Uh-oh, we lost Ian. He'll be back in a second. He's just trying to figure out how to get the chat. There he comes. I'm just drying some of my crackle with the heat tool. Kim, you're muted. Okay, Deanna, I'll show you one sec.
Hello, I'm back.
And now you're not muted. Ian's trying to get the chat figured out because he had this great resource site he wants to show us, but Deanna wants to see mine.
Yeah, I think
You're on me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, I've got the chat
Here
up.
you go, Deanna. I just gave a little dry. I put some of the crackle all the way around to seal everything. You see, I put my Tim Holtz quotes. I've got etc. Up here, I've got Trust Your Heart, and then I've got Relic over here.
Cute.
And I've torn up some napkin bits, and I've got them on those Eiffel Tower. And I'm still going to be adding like some more bling and metal, and then I'm going to have some stuff, some trim or something hanging down here, because when I'm done, this is going to go in my studio. So Ian has a great resource, Kim, for images that you can use for artists that are copyright free.
Okay, cool.
So he's looking, that's why he left and came back, because he's looking for the site to put the link in the chat for us.
Oh, did you find it, Ian?
Yeah, I'm just going to type it in now.
Okay.
You have to just look, put a general search in for that. I can't put a full link because obviously
Okay.
I am an administrator. So
You
I can't
are a moderator.
Sonia, thanks, Shani.
I'll put that in instead, and then people can go straight to it.
Yeah.
But it's totally free. You don't have to be members or anything like that.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
I like that.
You can
it has all sorts of pictures in it. It's got a search engine in it, and you search it, and it's got it.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's got millions of pictures in it.
We like millions.
Right.
In saying that, you can spend all day finding an image because there's that many of them.
Yeah.
Have we got that in the chat? Unsplash.com.
Yep. Got it. Awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic, Ian. Thank you so much.
If you go to that, they have millions of images, and the thing about it is, it's totally free for use, even if it's a business, even if you're doing it for a business purpose.
That's awesome.
It really, really is.
If you print images, like Jane Marge, Shannon, Kim does, that's a great Great resource.
And you guys, Jane Marge has an Etsy store, and she's selling some of her beautiful work. So,
oh wow. And if you guys have any challenges on your YouTubes or anything, feel free to post them. I'm having a birthday challenge going on mine. I would love for Ian to join that challenge. That's a shameless plug. Wouldn't it be awesome to get a card or a tag that Ian made?
his work is incredible.
Right.
At this moment in time, I wish I could be sending a lot more stuff out, but it's complicated.
It's not till the end of January.
Cheap,
so,
is it?
but if you can't, I understand. It's not till the end of January. So,
well, it's expensive to ship from the UK too.
Yeah.
I mean, just for one individual thing to US, it cost me best part of £20.
Oh my gosh! Just to mail a card? Holy.
Well, thing is, I've had some nightmares sending things abroad because I've had paintings that are worth a lot of money, and postmen don't know how to read because it says "do not bend." And you know, at US they've got these like mailboxes.
Yeah.
And it's like bent it into mailbox, and when they've got it out, it's ruined it.
Yeah. I've had 12 by 12 sheets of paper that they've crammed in my mailbox that have been ruined. I get it.
Yeah, I've had packages come from the US where there's been a perfect foot mark where they've hoofed it across the wherever the postal wherever, like
That's
across
so
the
not good
post office.
I'm not saying any other countries any better, but they should take a lot more care with people's.
Absolutely.
You know, people are paying for a service, aren't they?
Yep. Yeah, it's really frustrating. I've had things like that happen to me too, and it's really super frustrating.
I'm glad I only asked for small items then, because if it was large stuff, they'd be ruined for sure.
What I have to do now is reinforce it by putting, you know, the backs of you know, when you get a booklet of paper and there's that hard card at the back
that's
of it.
what we do too.
I have to put that in it, and I also have to bubble wrap it and then put it in another thing, so that all rather than it going as a letter or anything like that, which would only be about £3 or £4,
right,
it ends up going as a parcel that's like 20 odd quid.
Wow.
You know, and sometimes, unfortunately, that's the difference between eating that week and not eating.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm destitute artist, but
I'm so sorry I missed your challenge, Jane Marge.
Angie finished her project. Good for you.
Next brush.
Tammy said thanks again.
I'm coming off occasionally.
And Siobhan would have been here today, guys, but she's gone to visit her granddaughter, so she would have been here though. Our dear Shimani.
Pop that. They go pop that out. And get rid of that. And wait a minute. Is it that one? No, it's not that one.
And guys, I'm going to be doing a big lace de-stash very soon, so please watch out for that. And what I'm going to do is put a video on my channel here, and I'm going to show you what I'm de-stashing, but I'm going to be listing the lace on my Etsy. So it's going to be first come, first serve after the video goes up, and I'm going to try and shoot for that video for Monday, Sunday or Monday. So please watch my channel for that. Yeah, I am. I'm going to do it, Kim. I've got it all packaged up and ready to go. I just have to photograph it. So please watch for that, because it's going to be some really good deals. They're just going to be grab bags, but like I said, I will share a video with what's in them, and then the links to where you can get them will be in the description box. So you'll have to be quick because lace goes so fast.
Yeah. I guess Ian lost the connection.
Ian? We lost him. He'll be back. He's got the link. He will be back.
Kimmy,
This is fun. I haven't done a doily book for ages.
I would love if you would send me some of those squares that you knitted.
I got to make some more. I only made enough for the book.
You should make more and sell them because those are awesome.
Yeah, they turned out super cute, right? I mean, they make perfect book squares. And
Jane
everybody
Marge,
likes square doilies.
I totally agree with you, Jane Marge.
What's that?
She said, "Do you have too much lace, Kim? Thought we crafters could never have enough, LOL."
That's true, Jane Marge, but
very true.
I've needed some room in my craft room. I've been reorganizing. I've got my desk all here in front of me, all reorganized, and I'm reorganizing my sewing table. And I want to downsize a little bit of areas so I have room for other things that I want to do in the new year.
Good for you,
I have a lot of things to do.
Good for you, Deanna. Kim, are Canadian dollars less than US dollars?
Yes, they are, Sonia.
Yeah, I believe they are, yeah.
We're just trying to like stock new things in our studios and get rid of older stuff that we have tons of.
Yeah, and now that I'm on Deco Art, I'm working with Deco Art. I get a lot of mixed media products from them, and White Rose Crafts, I get a lot of products from them. So I've got to make room in my craft room because, you know, and sometimes you just need to weed things down a bit. But I've been collecting lace for years, like years and years, way before I even came on YouTube, because I've always been a sewer. So I have a lot in my stash. A lot of it's vintage. Oops, drop that.
I'm practicing the KonMari method that I saw the Frugal Crafter do, where literally you touch everything. Like I did all my paint. I touched every jar and bottle of paint to go what's getting trashed, what's getting destashed, and what I'm keeping.
Cool.
I've done every piece of fabric like that, so I'm kind of doing that. I think that's a good way and you find all kinds of stuff you didn't know you had.
Yep.
Tons of goodies.
I touched everything when I threw what I didn't want in skip.
True.
Deanna, you used to buy from my store. I didn't know that, girl. Wow, that was a while ago. I'm thinking about it, girl. I'm thinking about it. So if you guys would like me to do that in the future, let me know because I'm really, really thinking about it.
Jane Marge, I'll message you on Facebook, honey. Don't worry, girl. I'll hook you up.
I got you, Sonia.
I will hook you up.
Rest up, Shani. Love you.
Love you, Shani. Bye, honey. Hope you feel better.
Such a sweetie.
She really is. I think I'm just going to cut 2 of these. Okay, honey. I think I'm just going to finish this page and then we'll probably call it because it's going to be getting close to dinner time.
Okay.
Getting dinner ready here. So, and we've been on an hour and a half already. Believe it or not.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It really does. It's crazy that it goes so fast.
I'm sorry that I'm very slow and I never get these paintings.
No, Ian. Kim is teaching me to slow down that I go too fast, so no worries.
You go as slow as you want, Ian. And besides, you said you wanted to come on Tuesday, so you can finish it on Tuesday if you like.
Well, possibly so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. We can all finish our projects on
I
Tuesday.
mean, it's only just really getting to the point where I'm just really getting a start to it. This
Never
painting.
apologize for your art, right?
Bye, Angie. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
I've got to learn to speed up a little bit. Bye. I've got to speed up a little bit because I'm doing some teaching in New Year, and I've got to do a painting in an hour and a half, plus say hello to everybody and explain what I'm doing. So
that's not easy.
Maybe made a rod for my own back, I think, on that one. But there you go. That's life. You have a go, and if it don't work, it don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do with, within limitations of reality, isn't there? So, you
can only try your best.
Even Alvaro Castanet has put his recent paintings on in little sections because he can't do it all in one session. So if it's good enough for Alvaro, it's good enough for me.
Hey, what did you think of that Banksy when he did the shredding of his artwork after it was sold?
I think a lot of what Banksy does is sensationalism, and
it is, yeah.
So it's a piece of theatre.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, the paintings. If I'd have painted that, nobody would have paid a blind bit of notice of it.
Right.
But because it's a Banksy.
Yeah.
And his art, some of his art is quite good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Because it's a Banksy, and they're shredding it.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like, I don't know.
Ian, maybe you could do a smaller size painting so you could get it done in the time frame.
It's not necessarily how small the image is. It's the drying time.
Yeah, drying time, yeah.
You can't work on a particular part of a painting until it's past the point of dryness, or it just all muds up. And that's what a lot of learning watercolor artists end up doing. They work too much on an area, and it just turns into grey mud. So you got to know when to stop.
Jane Marge says, I missed info about your trip to Paris. Can you explain again?
Okay, there was no trip to Paris today, Jane March. We were just being silly. I don't know what
she's talking about either.
Yeah, probably the title of my video. I said a shabby chic trip
to Paris. Because we were all doing Parisian inspired.
All right.
We were doing Parisian inspired. That's what it was, Jane March. We were just joking around.
So you'll have to do something like, have you seen outdoors outside of the Moulin Rouge?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be a nice backdrop.
It sure would. The windmill's cool.
Yeah, it is really, really interesting piece of architecture. That.
Yeah, it is. But apparently, Mrs. Jackson just went to Paris a little while ago. So
it was only to see family. Yeah. I mean, she'd been going on about leaving poor old me at home. I'm not that bothered. I'm not a big traveller, to be honest with you.
See, my husband's the same way. I love to travel.
Me too. And Paris is a dream trip for me. Hi, Susie After. Thanks for popping in.
Hi, Susie.
I mean, one thing I want to do before I pop off this mortal coil is go and have a few days in America somewhere.
Oh, right.
If I went with Mrs. Jackson, we'd get outdone. so no disrespect to her. It's just
Ian, you have to come to Florida and go to Disney, and they have like Art of Animation. They have all kinds of great places that you can check out, and we'll meet you out there for dinner because we're like 45 minutes from there.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be somewhere it'd have to be something what I'd want to go and like see that's creative and artistic.
Right, and your wife could shop. There's plenty of places to shop, tons.
Oh no, she's not a big shopper really, but I'd probably just leave her at home and let her.
Oh right.
They are the best holidays. I don't very often. I don't. I sound like I'm a right horrible monster, don't I? No. It's just so stressful going on holiday sometimes. That you need a holiday from your holiday.
Yeah. That's
and then I mean my wife's idea of a great holiday is sitting out in the sun. And I'm a person, if I go to somewhere, I want to go and see culture. If I've spent X amount of money on a lifetime trip to wherever, I want to get money's worth out of it, and I want to see the culture and envelop it into me mind. So I come back a richer person.
Both those here, though, you can both get what you want here.
So one of the places I think I'd like to go to, if it's at the right time, is they do something called Art of the Carolinas.
Oh yeah. I'd love to go to Asheville and see the Biltmore House, and I'd also like to go for architecture and things to Savannah, Georgia. That would be a great place.
I mean, it's really strange. You guys over in US and what have you saying that you'd like to go to certain places because you're there.
Well, it's like a 12-hour drive to get to either of the Carolinas from here.
It's like I don't recognize the thought that's like you could be on a plane for longer than what I'm on.
This is true. I have been to those places many times, just not those particular. I haven't been to the Biltmore. I've been to plenty of places in North Carolina. But it's just not the particular ones that I'd like to go see art-wise. I've been family vacations and things. Yeah, I've been almost everywhere between New York and Florida, and I've been to Norway and Sweden, and I was at Heathrow for like an hour. Yeah, I just haven't been to the West Coast in the U.S., and I'd like to go to California.
Yeah, I want to go to California too.
Of course, I'd love to go to Canada.
Yeah.
Canada. Yeah, I've got to say that if it'd have to be during. I mean, you've got to go to Canada during the fall, haven't you? Really. I mean, I just want to go and see that. That's something I'd love to go and see. Although we do have maple syrup in this country, I'd like to go and bring a stockpile of maple syrup because it is nice.
Kim doesn't like maple syrup.
No, and I'm Canadian. I just want to show you guys. I just got a card in the mail from Avril.
Oh, sweet.
Who is Popsy's Ribbon and Lace on YouTube. Let me open my
Instagram. She's also on Instagram as Popsy's Ribbons and Lace.
She's such a sweetheart. It says merry and bright. Oh my goodness. Look at.
That's so sweet, Avril.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to Kim. Wishing you a very happy Christmas, peaceful New Year. Crafty hugs, Avril. YouTube is Popsy's Ribbon and Lace. And look at this gorgeous ornament, and it's right in my colors for my tree.
Oh, that is perfect for you.
Look at all the beading on here. Aw, thank you, Avril. I will send you a message, though, sweetheart. Oh, that's beautiful.
Popsy's Ribbons and Lace on Instagram as well.
Yeah, Popsy's Ribbon and Lace on YouTube. She's a sweetheart. Look at how pretty that is. Aww.
You know these vintage faces that I see a lot on your artwork. Do you ever go at actually doing them yourselves?
You mean drawing them or
drawing and painting them? Yeah.
Well, as close as I get is art journal painting, but I'm not real good at like actual faces.
Yes, you are.
One thing I'm keen on promoting with people is, especially those who do journaling and crafting, you've got it in you to have a go at making your own ephemera.
I think I will. Well, yes, and I have. And my hope is that some of my art journal images I'm going to be able to print on fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And on fabric. I got some goodies from White Rose Crafts too in the mail.
Finally.
What you can do is get some basic canvas, right? That's not heavy. Some finely knit canvas, or even cotton t-shirts that are being thrown away, or something like that.
Oh, great idea!
And you can. There's a chemical that you can pour on it, and then you can literally transfer onto the transfer the image on what you print out onto this chemical, and it transfers like a t-shirt transfer.
Yes,
Have
yeah.
you seen that?
You can do that with some matte gel medium.
Oh yeah.
You can, there's a few things you can do that with.
Yeah. And then it's just a matter of either sewing or gluing it onto finishing
onto
it.
the substrate. Yeah, I have done that before. Not with my own artwork though, but yeah, that's
so
a good thought.
Instead of using heat to do it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, we'll have to do a tutorial on that. So.
Oh yeah, I mean that's another one. You can use heat transfer stickers that you can print out.
Yeah, I need you to teach me to do that for sure.
Let me show you what I got here. I got some new oxides. I got Victorian Velvet.
Oh, I love that one.
Dried Marigold, and the one I've been waiting for, Rusty Hinge.
Yay!
Oh.
So happy I got the rusty one. And then I got this.
Sugar a lot. I like
White Rose Crafts that's one of the design teams I'm on. They had the Graphic 45. Actually, I asked them to get it, and she got it in right away. I was so happy. But she was sold out of it almost immediately. And so a lot of it was on back order, and I ordered the 8x8 pad, and this is the Princess Graphic 45. But look at these papers. They're just absolutely gorgeous.
Papers I got from that collection were back ordered too, so it must be really popular.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's beautiful. So I'm going to be doing some projects with this coming. Oh, and you get 3 sheets of each, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I really, really love it. So that's my weekend set.
Woohoo!
Yay.
It's like girly stuff.
Girly, yay. There's that pattern. Try and skip ahead here. And that one. Oh, I like that one. So pretty. Stripeds. Stripeds, and then you've got the little cards. So super pretty, and the other sides are quite nice too. Ooh, look at the crowns. I like the crowns. Not a fan of that stripe there, but it's all the colors that are like popular right now. The pink and gold is so popular together, you know.
Pink and gold.
But for all the shabby chicers, this is really nice paper. I love that crown paper. That's going to be.
That tend to be very decorative, the pink and gold.
Yeah. Well, rose gold is like super popular too, so it's a combination of both. But yay! So that came in the mail too. So yay! Happy mail. Happy mail. All right, let me put this light back in a different way now because it's in my eyes. Let me put this over here. So, where are we at? So here's where I'm at. I added some bling to the front. This will be my front page. And I added one of Karen's little handmade doilies here.
That's Karen
And then
Billinger.
I also, yeah, Karen Billinger. And I also added one of her little butterflies that she beaded here. Super pretty right here. And some bling from my stash. And then when you flip it over, this is a pocket page.
Beautiful.
And then this is the page I'm working on at the moment. And I'll probably finish this up off camera. And then on Tuesday, we'll do a few more pages for sure. I may finish that side and then just show you on Tuesday because I've still got 3 more squares to do. So, and then at the end, we will bind them all together. It's going to end up being a bit of a chunky monkey, but it'll be nice when it's done, I think. So that'll make a nice gift for somebody for the holidays.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So let me click over on you, Kimmy, and you can show where you're at.
Okay. I'm just about to stamp. I've got a K wax seal, and I put down some of that sandy paste. So I'm about to stamp my K.
Oh, that's cool.
And let's see how that comes out.
That's
well, not too well. It didn't come out too well, so we'll have to revisit that.
Yeah.
That's how we try things. So yeah, I was putting some of the sandy paste on different spots. There's my K. Can you tell it's a K? I can't.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
It's too, the paste is too wet. You need something drier.
So I'm just kind of playing around and doing different things on my canvas. I dry brushed some gold. I put some of the sandy paste over it in different places. So I put some of this gold trim all the way around the edge. So I haven't done any of my dangles yet. But yeah, I'll be finishing this on Tuesday as well. And then I'll probably keep going with my my wood slices. Like this is an ornament I'm making for Kim. So I'll probably keep going with those. And that's where I'm at right now.
I like wood slices.
But it was really fun. Thank you guys for coming short notice today. We really had fun. We appreciate it.
And here's where Ian's magical painting is at.
Yeah, well, I've got first couple of layers in, and what I'm now doing is starting to define areas with tonal value, so that you start getting a sense of depth.
Yeah,
and that's really where I've left it at this moment in time.
I would love to take your watercolor class, Ian.
Right.
Well, hopefully, New Year. Now I've got an ability, because I've been upgrading my computer and everything.
Yeah.
I can actually reach out on live. What do they call them? Hangouts and things like that myself.
Yeah.
So there will be coming up. I've got to schedule myself, and I've got to try and find time when there's a. I don't want to be treading on anybody else's feet either.
What's best for you?
Yeah, but I'm
part of a. Well, that's it. There's no point in going live if everybody else is a set thing already, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's kind of
unless you're doing private tuition with a particular individual, which is fair enough.
I tried to pick a time myself. I know what you're saying, that I knew nobody else was doing Tuesdays at 11, so that's why I picked that time, and it was good for my UK friends. So that's why I picked the time. So it's not great if somebody does that and they know you're going live, but that's a story for another day.
Well, we all know them stories, don't we? So I think we're all YouTubers. We're all creators.
Thanks for coming in. We're just wrapping it up.
We should be supporting one another, and as much as we possibly can. It's hard enough as it is.
Amen to that.
Yeah. I totally agree. It's good to support everybody, and
what's the point?
Just on the subject of slots becoming available, and I don't know how long it's going to be the case, but Lindsay the Frugal Crafter's just stopped doing her lives on Fridays now. So, yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, I like her too.
It's one of my favorite channels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should be great.
She's still doing the crafty stuff and all that sort of stuff, but she's not doing the Friday lives anymore. But thing is, you can get a little bit burnt out after a while if you do it same process every week.
Yeah.
It will eventually burn you out.
It will.
So,
And I am gonna I got to look at my calendar and see what dates that I'm going to be around for over the holidays too. But I'll let you guys know what days I'm going to be around for that. But so stay tuned for Tuesday, guys. And Kimmy and Ian and I will be back on Tuesday. And
can someone make sure that they remind me on Tuesday as early as possible, please? And
I'll message you. No worries.
Well, I've got this painting in front of me that's showing me that I've got it to do on next Tuesday anyway. So.
That'll be at 4:00 your time, Ian.
Right. That's great. That's a great time, that for me.
Yeah, it is. Good. Yeah, I picked that for my UK buddies. So yeah, that's when we'll be back, guys. And thanks for coming. Sorry, we're just wrapping it up, Julia, but
thanks everybody.
Been on here nearly 2 hours.
Bye, Julia.
Have a great weekend.
See you guys soon. Bye, everybody.
Yep. Bye, all.
Bye. See you Tuesday.